everyone. Welcome to another series of our bariatric cooking classes. So today we're going to be making nachos. Of course, these are going to be some lean nachos. And for the nacho piece, we're not actually using anything that is a grain. We're going to use these really unique wraps called, the brand is Egglife. I know some patients have talked about it in our Facebook group, so I thought it would be fun to play around with it, experiment with it. So you can use them, just lightly warm them up and use them as a soft taco or wrap. But today what we're gonna do is we're gonna crisp them up. Now these don't hold well for a long time after they're crisped up, so we're gonna do that at the end. The first thing that we're gonna do is work with our ground turkey. And we have a pound of lean ground turkey, salt and pepper, that's to taste, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 small onion diced, and 3 small garlic cloves, and that's all that's going to be for the ground turkey. And then for toppings, we're going to do some light sour cream, some freshly chopped tomatoes, and cilantro, some reduced fat shredded cheese, and an avocado. All right, so now the first thing I'm going to do is season the ground turkey. You may love or hate this part, but you gotta mix it with your hands so it mixes really, really well. Now that the ground turkey is seasoned and the skillet is preheated to medium-high heat, we're gonna go over there and start cooking the onions and the garlic and then put the ground beef. So follow me. A little bit of olive oil in the bottom of the pan. Swirl it around. Add the onions. Let those cook for maybe 2 or 3 minutes until they're a little bit soft. Add the garlic. And cook for another minute. All right, it's cooked for a minute. Now I'm gonna throw the ground turkey and start breaking them up in little pieces. At this point, you can bring the heat up to medium-high if you'd like to speed up the cooking process. And you're just gonna keep breaking it up as it cooks into smaller pieces. We're gonna get everything well mixed in. All right, this has been cooking for a total for about maybe 10 minutes on medium high, so this is definitely good to go. I'm gonna remove it from the heat. so that we can cook the chips with the egg wraps. To make the chips, the first thing you have to do is make sure that your oven is preheated to 400 degrees. Mine is preheated, so I'm gonna grab my Egglife wrap. That's how that looks like. I'm gonna place it flat on my cutting board. The amount of wraps that you use just depends on how many servings you're gonna make. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it right in half. I'm gonna put that on top there, cut that in half. Cut this quarter in half and this quarter in half. That's an easy way of getting those triangles pretty evenly. All right, so now I'm gonna put these pieces in the sheet pan. I'm gonna brush them with a little bit of olive oil. On both sides. The reason I wanted to make these crunchy is because I know a lot of patients ask about, say, how they kind of miss the crunch factor after weight loss surgery because most of the foods are soft. So that's the main reason why I wanted to try this. And it works pretty well. But like I said, these really don't hold long. So you just want to make sure that as soon as you cook them, you eat them. You don't want them laying around for even 30 minutes. You really want to just, leave this for last. When everything else is ready and you're ready to assemble your nachos, then you can make these. You could put some salt in them, but they already have a little bit of salt, so I think it's fine. You could add a little bit of paprika on it to give it some contrast, some color, but I'm just gonna leave them plain for now. So the oven is preheated to 400 degrees. I'm gonna do 4 minutes in one side, flip them, 4 minutes in the other, and that's it. You really don't need much more time than that. In the meantime, while the nachos are cooking, I'm just gonna dice up my avocado. All the other toppings are already ready to go. But what I do is I grab the avocado from the thinner point and put my knife all the way through until it stops in the big seed in the middle, and just swirl it around, turn it, and just open it up. It's really easy. And then I like to put little slits in there so I can make little cubes. And then with a spoon, I'm just gonna remove all of it. Just like that. So our avocado is ready for plating. That's way more avocado than we're gonna need for one serving, but I just wanted to show you how to open that up. The other 4 minutes are over, so I'm gonna open the oven and take these out. And some of them are a little bit inflated, but that's okay. And I'm gonna transfer these, careful, don't do as I do, onto a plate. Let them cool just a second. And then we can go ahead and plate our dish. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna lay out the chips in the bottom of the pan, just like if you were building regular nachos. Put the ground turkey on top. Some tomatoes. Of course, this is to taste. Avocados. A little bit of sour cream. This is a light sour cream. A little bit of cheese. Reduced fat cheese, just very light sprinkle. And then cilantro. And that's it. And you have the opportunity to experience the crunch, the crisp with a nacho, which is high in protein. There's no carbs in this at all. And you get the protein also from the ground turkey, the different flavors of the Mexican dish. So I hope that you enjoy, and this gives you something different to have. Hope you enjoy.